Have you ever found yourself completely captivated by someone who doesn't even glance your way? It's frustrating, isn't it? That sinking feeling when you realize they're not interested. But what if I told you, you don't need to be a millionaire, a supermodel, or the most charming person in the room to change that? What if you could unlock a set of psychological tools that flip the script and make her notice you, even if you weren't on her radar before? In this video, we're diving deep into the secrets that can not only make her take a second look, but could even make her fall for you hard. Stay tuned because you're about to learn the methods that tap into human psychology. Methods backed by science, proven by real-world experience, and powerful enough to change the way you approach attraction forever. By the end of this video, you'll have 9 transformative strategies that can work wonders. Let's get started. Chapter 1. The Power of Perception. Let's start with the concept of perception. People, and yes, that includes women, tend to form an impression of someone within the first few moments of interaction. But here's the kicker. That impression can be reshaped. Think of it like this. You're not just the person she meets. You're the story you tell through your actions, your demeanor, and your energy. Take, for example, James. James wasn't particularly tall, wealthy, or traditionally good-looking, but he carried himself like he was. When he walked into a room, he had this air of quiet confidence. He didn't seek attention, he simply exuded it. Women who initially didn't notice him eventually couldn't ignore him because he reshaped their perception of who he was. It starts with how you carry yourself. Straight posture, steady eye contact, and a genuine smile can instantly set you apart. Why? Because these traits signal that you value yourself. And here's a secret. Before she can see you as valuable, you've got to believe it yourself. This process is about inner work as much as it is about outer presentation. Start each day by reminding yourself of your strengths. Focus on what makes you unique, and soon that belief will become a part of how others see you too. Chapter 2. The Art of Mystery. Humans are naturally curious, and women are no exception. If you're an open book right away, where's the intrigue? Think of a best-selling novel. Would it keep you hooked if you already knew the ending? Probably not. The same principle applies to attraction. Let's look at Adam. Adam had a knack for revealing just enough about himself to pique interest, but never so much that people felt they had him figured out. For example, if someone asked him what he did for a living, instead of saying, "I'm a software engineer," he'd say, "I design things that make people's lives easier." That small tweak made him sound interesting, and it often led to more questions. Creating mystery doesn't mean being evasive. It means being intentional about what you share and when. Think of it as leaving breadcrumbs. Share stories, but don't give everything away. Keep your social media posts intriguing, but not overly revealing. Let her wonder and ask questions to learn more about you. Chapter 3. Emotional Resonance. Logic doesn't spark attraction. Emotions do. If you can make her feel something, whether it's laughter, excitement, or even curiosity, you're already ahead of the game. The truth is, people don't remember what you say as much as they remember how you made them feel. Consider Ben. Ben was known for his quick wit and ability to find humor in almost any situation. One day, he met Sarah at a mutual friend's party. Instead of using a generic conversation starter, he pointed to the mismatched socks she was wearing and said, "So is this your subtle way of making a fashion statement, or did you just lose a battle with your laundry basket?" She laughed, and from that moment she was hooked. Why? Because he made her feel good. When you make someone feel positive emotions in your presence, they'll naturally associate those feelings with you. Learn to listen, share engaging stories, and find humor in the little things. That's emotional resonance in action. And don't be afraid to show your emotions too. Vulnerability, when done appropriately, can create a deep bond. Chapter 4. The Confidence Formula. Confidence is magnetic. It's one of the most universally attractive traits, yet so many people misunderstand what it truly is. Confidence isn't arrogance. It's not about being the loudest voice in the room or constantly bragging about your achievements. True confidence is quiet. It's the calm assurance that comes from knowing who you are. Think about Sophia's story. She met two men at a networking event. One spent the entire evening talking about his accolades. The other, Tom, asked thoughtful questions and shared his opinions without seeking validation. By the end of the night, Sophia found herself drawn to Tom. Why? Because Tom's confidence wasn't performative, it was real. He didn't need approval, and that made him stand out. Building confidence starts with small wins. Master a skill, achieve a goal, or simply practice stepping out of your comfort zone. The more you prove to yourself that you're capable, the more that confidence will naturally shine through. Confidence isn't about knowing all the answers. It's about being comfortable not knowing and navigating life with assurance. Chapter 5. The Power of Listening. Here's an overlooked truth. Most people don't really listen. They hear, but they don't listen. And yet, being a good listener is one of the simplest ways to stand out. Why? Because it shows that you care. It signals that you value the other person's thoughts and feelings. Take Alex, for example. Alex wasn't particularly outgoing, but he had a gift for making people feel heard. When he talked to women, he didn't just nod and wait for his turn to speak. He asked follow-up questions, mirrored their emotions, and remembered the small details. Women loved talking to him because they felt seen. If you want to capture her attention, start by paying attention. Listen more than you speak. When she mentions something important to her, bring it up later. This small act can make a huge impact. And remember, listening isn't just about words. Pay attention to her body language, tone, and mood. Chapter 6. Creating Shared Experiences. If you want to build a connection, create moments that both of you can look back on and smile. Shared experiences, whether they're fun, adventurous, or even slightly challenging, forge bonds faster than any conversation ever could. For instance, imagine you're at a karaoke bar. Instead of sitting in the corner, invite her to sing a duet. It doesn't matter if you can't sing. In fact, that might make it even better. The laughter and fun you share in that moment create a memory she won't forget. Similarly, try new things together. Go for a hike, explore a new restaurant, or even take a class together. The point is, don't just talk, do. Experiences have a way of deepening connections and making you more memorable. And when those experiences are positive, they'll naturally associate you with those good feelings. Chapter 7. The Subtle Art of Compliments. Compliments are powerful, but only when used correctly. Generic compliments like, "You're beautiful," are nice, but they're forgettable. If you want to stand out, make your compliments specific and genuine. Think about Rachel and Mark. Mark didn't just tell Rachel she was pretty. Instead, he said, "You have this way of lighting up a room when you laugh. It's contagious." That specificity made Rachel feel special because it showed that Mark noticed something unique about her. When you give a compliment, focus on qualities that aren't immediately obvious. It shows that you're paying attention, and that makes your words much more impactful. Compliment her intellect, her kindness, or the way she handles challenges. Meaningful compliments leave a lasting impression. Chapter 8. Patience and Persistence. Here's the truth. Attraction isn't always instant. Sometimes it takes time. But that's not a bad thing. In fact, relationships that start slower often have deeper foundations. Take Daniel and Emma. When they first met, Emma didn't feel an immediate spark, but Daniel didn't rush. He took the time to get to know her, stayed consistent, and showed genuine interest. Over time, Emma began to see qualities in Daniel she hadn't noticed before, and her feelings grew. Patience doesn't mean passivity. It means being consistent without being pushy. If she's not interested right away, don't take it as rejection. See it as an opportunity to show her who you are over time. And remember, persistence works best when paired with respect. If she's clearly not interested, know when to step back gracefully. Chapter 9. Becoming the best version of yourself. This final chapter is the most important. No trick, strategy, or psychological hack will work if you're not genuinely working on becoming the best version of yourself. At the end of the day, the most attractive thing you can do is live a life you're proud of. Look at Ethan. Ethan didn't have the best luck with women in the past, but instead of focusing on them, he turned his attention inward. He pursued his passions, worked on his fitness, and improved his mindset. Eventually, he didn't need to chase women anymore because they were drawn to him naturally. So ask yourself, what kind of life do you want to live? What kind of person do you want to be? When you focus on growth, confidence, and authenticity, the right people, including the right woman, will naturally gravitate toward you. Conclusion. Remember, attraction isn't about manipulation, it's about connection. The psychological tricks we've explored today aren't about changing who you are, but about amplifying the best parts of yourself and creating meaningful interactions. Whether it's through the power of perception, the art of mystery, or the magic of shared experiences, these strategies can help you build real connections. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could use a little boost in their love life. And remember, the key to making someone fall for you is first falling in love with the person you see in the mirror. See you in the next video.